All right. So the DOJ is defunct.
Uh-huh.
However, it's that's kind of the core issue here. I think it's been defunct for a while.
I'll wait until you hear what I have to tell you.
Oh God.
The night that this all went down, you know,
Am I speaking up just a bit?
You hear me okay?
Yeah.
So the night the whole VAF shit went down, we had our conversation at the memorial, and then I fucked off for a couple hours. When I woke back up, Serenade reached out and he asked if we could meet up. And we meet up at the court center. And he says, I wanted to talk to you because I knew Nino wasn't going to be around for a bit, and I was the only one that he could trust with it. I said, okay, well, let's go then. And he says, what do you know about Arcadia and Falconer? And I said, well, I know he's attached to her fucking hip like a chihuahua. And he said, did you know they live together? I didn't know that. He said, do you know that Murray's in love with her? I said, no, I didn't know that. And he says, do you know they took out loans to buy that house? Obviously, I had no idea.
Wait, which house?
Apparently, they bought 2 halves of a duplex.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact amount, but they borrowed money from Jaina, from Sean Danielson, and drafter of the VAF Amendment, Ventura. And
bro, what the fuck is going on?
Right. So in the eye of someone looking at this objectively,
what the fuck? Did any of these guys like ever even? I don't even like. I'm no fucking way.
Exactly.
So, okay.
So there's that situation.
What in the fucking world? What in the fucking world?
Well, I mean, we can't be surprised when they can't define conflict of interest or corruption, right? It's pretty obvious. So, anyways, that whole conversation takes place.
This is okay. Sorry, please continue.
The next day, Jane is on her fuck the DOJ crash out arc, and she starts giving me additional information about how apparently the DOJ has access to their DOJ account number 3, with which controls are legislated through the legislative authority bank accounts. They're also using account number 1, which isn't referenced anywhere because apparently Arcadia said that, well, we have access to it, so it must be a DOJ account. I'm using it.
Huh?
They're using it to top up account number 3. And Murray and Arcadia also both transferred themselves $5 million from number 3 on February 28th, the day of the houses hitting the market. And they transferred it back 15 minutes after the storm. And the reason that they put was property purchase for the DOJ.
Wait, they used which account did they use?
Apparently, they transferred money from 1 to 3, and then they also transferred $5 million each to themselves from number 3 to purchase property for the
Which
DOJ.
one is the DOJ account?
Number 3. Number 1 is the one that I don't even know.
Isn't
what
that
it
the
is.
state one? Like,
yeah, I think so.
Like,
I thought that was the. Yeah, I thought it was the state account.
what the fuck?
So there's records in there of Sean transferring money. Now Sean told me that he gets told by the justices to transfer money because they won't fucking fly in and do it themselves. But either way, there's numerous records going back to like last July of money being transferred out of number 1 into number 3.
What is happening?
Oh, and Princess got that warehouse, if you weren't aware.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Let's go to the bank.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not the account that was... Oh, my God.
I don't know what it is because it's not legislated. I just assume one state, right?
There's just... the reason why I'm just not... It's just... There's too much... to actually tackle.
Yeah. Well, from our position.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm... There's not enough... The thing is... Oh my God. Dark, think of it 7 months. So, number one, it sounds like the federal account is being used.
That's exactly what my thought was, because I would assume that would be number one, right?
I'm gonna take a look right now. Yeah. Then the second is that there's borrowing of money
from colleagues.
Brother, this is
worse,
so crazy.
Borrowing the money from subordinates to buy a house and then signing their legislation and pushing it forward. Yeah.
Oh my God. What in the fuck?
Now, Serenade didn't tell me he has a source in the DOJ. I believe him. I have no reason to doubt him. He didn't tell me who it was, and I think that's for the better. But Jaina basically corroborated everything that he said.
Jaina did mention something along these lines to me. The problem is that the system is, the DOJ has been was ran by a dumb fuck who put her disciples in place, whom do not, I think, understand what they're doing.
Cause and effect. That's the other problem.
Yeah. The thing is now, right, is there's so many like foundational issues and problems that I don't actually know how you can resolve it. Like when we're talking about the VAF stuff, like we're talking about a procedural issue, right?
Yeah.
And the need to resolve that, because people should be able to contest, but that the arbitration needs to be public, right?
Yeah.
And how the hell did they? But now some of these things you're mentioning, I don't even know how, if there's even enough resources to tackle it all.
I mean, from our position, no. Realistically.
State account 1. Yes. 1 is the state account. That state account is... And then 3 is the DOJ one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, no way. Transfer to Oh. Refilling the DOJ account for Sean's sanity.
Yep.
This is the... What the fuck? Okay. I'm trying to look up the bank legislation. Here we go. This is the Blaine County one.
10362, I think.
Beautiful. Okay, it says the San Andreas Department of Justice has its own account titled DOJ account number 3. Additionally, right. The San Andreas Department of Justice are in control of the state account.
So
the accounts,
number 1, then.
Yeah. These accounts are in control of the authority creating the names. Authorities are restricted from accessing, withdrawing, or transferring funds not in their control. A person may deposit. Okay. Okay.
So if 1 is a state account, then I guess legislatively that's fine. I thought it was a federal account.
It was. Yeah. Keep in mind, this is written on 8/2/2024. So this is post facto. Let me just take a look. Because what was I gonna say?
How the routing may have changed.
Yeah, so this used to be the account that what's his name? Max used to control.
Okay.
And this is why everything was able to be maxed out. Because it had so much money in it. Right? Then you see like the mayor account. This is from 60 weeks ago. You can see. Yeah. Anyways, but the more concerning bit, I think, from what you're telling me here is they're borrowing money. Bro, what in the world?
From colleagues and subordinates. I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
When I say things are fucked, I think it's the problem that I see here is I don't actually think they realize how nasty that is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. I don't think that they're doing it maliciously. That's why that it's more like fucked. It's like I don't like.
But I mean, that's just following the pattern of behavior that we've seen forever. It feels like it's just more of the same, right?
I think without a stern chief of a Department of Justice, it will only continue to be the arm of the, let's just call it the militaristic wing of authoritarianism, like here in San Andreas, right? Like even with this VAF stuff, right? It's crazy that they're just like I spoke to Turner about this stuff. I was in support of this VAF shit. Not in the manner by which it's being introduced, because it's not the right way to do it.
Yeah, there's a process for a reason. And I mean, we have our jurisdictions for a reason.
Right. So, order of operation.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. So, what I'm thinking, it's Bill Mays of all people. I'm gonna tell him
pick it up.
Back.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hang out. So, I think that we submit our own VAF on procedural grounds.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we submit the referendum on amending
Wolfie, thank you for the 9 months.
Approval process to remove their ability to legislate. I think those two go hand in hand. And there may even be a writ that needs to go in there to kind of tie their hands behind their back while the process is seen through. I think once the outcome of that happens, that's when we file the impeachments and ACRs.
Okay.
Because they will have their authority restricted. They won't be able to obstruct at that point, right? And I think that's important. I think if we jump the gun on the impeachments and ACRs, there is potential that they could obstruct the process.
True. I think once we file these, it's going to be dead in the water.
All right, what we're filing is going to be dead in the water, or they're going to be dead in the water?
I think what we're filing is going to be dead in the water.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to come and like even take a look at this shit.
Yeah.
If I think
you're right.
It's insane. It's like you know, the feds gave us a fucking playpen to be in, and and look at this.
Yeah. Let's say it's not dead in the water. After the point the ACRs and the impeachments occur, or tandemly, you file your amendments, right? You file the formal creation of the Senate and the liberty and mobility amendments. But I think that's the way it has to
I think
go.
we only have 3 weeks.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, we gotta. I don't know. I have to rethink about this whole Senate thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
There is a part of me, after even hearing some of this, I'm like, let it fucking burn.
Yeah.
Because I do not believe, I'm having a hard time actually believing that, here's the challenge I'm facing, is, how do you make forward progress with bad actors? What would, okay, let's say hypothetically, right? I think the idea of a, whatever that role is, call it senator, whatever, right?
Yeah.
A overseer of process, right? To make sure that people are doing as should be done, right?
Yep.
Well then, what happens? What happens next?
Well, I mean, it.
You know what I mean?
I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I mean, what happens when a government starts ignoring the rulings of a court or legislation or a constitution? If there's no one there to enforce it, they're just going to keep doing it. God, that sounds familiar.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, you were like breaking up.
I said, what happens when an elected official just ignores the rulings of courts or legislation and the Constitution and just do whatever the fuck they want?
Well, to be fair, yeah, that is a good point. But, you know, luckily there has been up to, I think, 66 injunctions made so far against the end of...
But my point stands. They have been put in a playpen, as you said, right? But they just ignored it. They went out to the sandbox anyways.
Yeah.
So unless there's someone who can hold them accountable,
yeah,
I don't think there is a solution.
Yeah.
I think the expectation is we would all hold each other accountable. The problem is they don't view the counties as an equal, and as such feel they can just ignore everything, basically.
Oh my God. How's Tony and wait, so Bill Mays hit you up? Is that the first time you heard from him?
I haven't talked to Bill in like 4 months.
Yeah, you know what that probably is? Bill coming back and be like, you know what? I'm ready. I don't think we got time to fill him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very opinionated, but his opinions come before like understanding the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ugh. Every time I think about how things could have been so fucking great if it wasn't for the few that given way too much fucking power over the city.
Mm.
You know,
I think this is still my favorite spot.
Yeah. It's why? Because it reminds you of vacation.
Well, no, it's just stare out into the void.
Yeah.
Beats staring at the DOJ.
I wonder what genuinely makes them do these things. Do they just want shit? Like, do they just want to own houses and like assert their power over people? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's not like these aren't even like small things. These are just like ignoring their job.
Yeah.
Like, show up to work, you know, like spend the money that you earned, don't borrow it, and then do people political favors.
Yeah. That's it. I don't even know what they need property for, to be honest with you. Like, if they want property to decorate, buy yourself a house and try not to borrow money from your colleagues to do it. But in terms of actual facilities, they have the same access as we do to City Hall, and they have their own marshal office. I don't know what more they need. You just want to fucking decorate, start an interior design business. I don't know. I think that that question is one we've been trying to answer for a long time, and it's always: is it corruption? Is it negligence? Is it incompetence? And I still don't know what the answer is, and I can only assume it's a combination of all of the above. You know what I mean?
Okay, I think okay, yeah, I guess we start filing these then, and kind of see where it goes. I
think it's going to be as you said. I think that the fact that they ignored the arbitration process, right? Even if Turner or whoever did talk to someone and work on the legislation, that was something that was supposed to be scheduled, posted, and public, and it never happened. So if they're going to ignore that, they're going to ignore our contest. That's just the way I see it going. Now that you've said it, I don't see it going any other way.
Yeah.
But do you use that as an excuse not to do it? I don't think so. You know, it's much like that letter we posted up, right? Even if nothing happens, we post the letter up because it's the right thing to do.
Yep. God fucking damn it. I feel like once I'm out of office, this whole shit's gonna fucking implode.
It is. I mean, Remedies with her mile-long rap sheet is also talking about getting an expungement and then doing crime all over again as a mayor. She's gonna lose her spot in like 8 seconds. Yeah.
What do you mean?
She's. I mean, she called me and she was doing a boost and she said she's not gonna stop doing that type of shit when she's mayor either. I'm like, you're gonna have.
How am I gonna back her then?
That's it.
God fucking damn. And then Tony, I love the guy, but he's not got the charisma needed.
Yeah.
He's very timid. I mean, maybe he could win, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. God damn it.
Tony, he's got one side, he doesn't have the other. It's exactly as you said. And I think Tony is really confident because of all the legal wins that he had, especially the Pred one. But Tony needs to remember he had a lot of help with that. I mean, I feel like you and I basically wrote the playbook for that entire case. He just had to go up there and talk. Not to, disparage Tony.
No, you're right.
He's supremely talented. But I don't know what his team's going to look like. And if he doesn't have a team to make up for his shortcomings, it's going to be an uphill battle for him.
I mean, the problem really, I see it more like this, is those mayors are going to be bent over and there will be no accountability.
Yeah.
Right? Because as of right now, the Department of Justice is not operating based on the law. They're operating based on feelings.
Yeah.
Right? And that's been the issue. It's worse now than it was before.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. I think if we have to get something done in the next 3 weeks, it's getting that legislative process aligned with what the governor said. So at least we have it written on paper somewhere that they can't legislate outside of case law. That gives me a little bit more confidence in whoever is mayor next. But even I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll be honest.
we made this system so much easier to follow. Why is it so fucking... Do people just want to shoot each other and shit all day? Like, is that what it's come down to?
I mean...
Well, I'm wondering this, right? It's like, is the mental... Is the... What is it? Is the attention span gotten to the point where if it's not just about a shootout or whether or not you can take someone's car, like the extent of what the law is about now? You know what I mean? Is that it? Is that the beginning and end of it?
I hope not, because I will look back on the last 8 months of my body of work and feel like I wasted my time.
How do I tell him? Done. I'm gonna be honest, Michael. I don't know how to respond after that.
I don't know how you could.
Oh my.
I mean, think about it. You exert the effort that we did collectively. You put in the hours that we did to prop the city up, to legitimize governments, to legitimize processes. And then some dumb fucks just come in and say, nah, fuck all that. I'm sad today. I'm going to do some dumb shit. I'm happy today. I'm going to give myself $5 million.
Well, I think it's for me, it's more like, how do you get to just ignore the law? That's the heart of it. If the law can just be ignored, then what's the point of it? Right?
I mean, that's why there are separations of powers, right?
Yeah.
When someone oversteps, someone comes in and enforces.
So here's
they're that body.
Okay. So what are the steps you're thinking again? Run them back. Let me cook a little here.
So first, the contest of the VAF legislation. The only thing that needs to be added to that is the additional context about the borrowing of money. Right? I think that is very important to include.
Let me call Flippy and let me see where things are with it. Given there was a I want to see what's going on with it, like right now, because it may change our oh shit. Yup. Tron, thank you.
Thanks.
3 years, baby. Might be busy. All right.
So VAF contest, and at the same time as the VAF contest, we file a referendum to amend the legislative process to restrict their ability to legislate outside of case law. After those conclude, we issue the ACRs and impeachments. After the ACRs and impeachments, and again, with the ACRs and impeachments, there may be a writ that has to drop to prohibit their powers. After those drop, then you can do the constitutional amendments if you want to go that far still. But that's effectively it. It's legislating clearly that they don't have the power they think they have, taking that power away. It's holding them accountable through ACR and impeachment. And then if we go so far as to try and get a senator, it's putting someone in power above them to make sure that they, the DOJ, and future mayors all stay in their fucking lane. I don't know that there's a solution outside of that one.
The problem that I think we keep falling back into is there's only 2 requirements. Okay. It still, every single one of these things requires a DOJ that's active and follows the law.
Yes.
That's not happening.
Right.
That's the key problem.
So that is akin to Serenade's Continuity of Governance Act, right? Which was the method by which justices are appointed, the requirements for that appointment to occur, and I believe mechanisms to remove them. He's cooked on that. It's there. I've added a section to it, but that needs to happen as well. And it can't be I'm a justice so I can appoint more justices process, because you're going to end right back up where we are, right? And you can't have a senator coming down here every 2 weeks and firing every justice because they're doing dumb shit either, right?
I'm gonna CF the storm.
Yeah, sounds good. You take a walk down the beach.
All right. I think where Nino's mind is at is I wanted to go to this. It's not really the gift that keeps on giving, right? It's